Welcome back, student. I welcome you back to History in Government Form 2, and this marks our 15th lesson, and we are going to talk about the industrialization in Brazil. So Brazil is one of the Latin America. It is located in the South America. I am Mr. Mboya. I just want us to go through what we are going to look at before we move any further. So that's marked, and that means that we are going to look at the lesson objectives. At the end of this lesson, what is a learner expected to learn? First, we are going to describe the main industrial sources or the main industrial sectors in Brazil, all the areas as far as industry is concerned that have been able to help Brazil to come up in trying to be industrialized or in trying to develop in industries. Then after that, we're going to explain the factors that facilitated the industrial development in Brazil. Then later we're going to state the obstacle facing the industrialization in Brazil. So those are the three areas that we're going to talk about. Let's start with the Brazil one. So we talk about the Brazil, the fourth largest. It is the fourth largest in the world after Canada, China, and United States of America. She was colonized by what? The Portugal, and attained her independence in 1882. In the latest 25 years, she had been able to expand and diversify the production of manufactured goods. So after attaining our independence, this is where now we can start diversifying or increasing or expanding our production of manufactured goods in different fields. So I know when we talk about Brazil, somebody is wondering more, what is Brazil? What about the image? Can I get to understand? I think there is a sketch map here. You can draw your attention to know where Brazil is. So this is a map where Brazil is. So this is the world, the map of the world. You can see that. This is North America. This is North America, where we have the United States of America and Canada here, and etc. Then Brazil is in the northern part. This is North America, South America. Then this is Africa. Then this is Asia. Then this is Australia. But now Brazil is in the southern part of America. And this is now the map for the southern America. This is Brazil. Here is where it is. You can see it is next to Bolivia. It is Paraguay, Uruguay, Peru, if you have ever heard of such areas. Colombia at the top. We also have Chile. If you ever heard of Chile or Peru. So those are the country neighbors of Brazil. So this is where Brazil is. But there's something I want to tell you that the country with the largest forest is Brazil. Brazil is having one of the largest and most big forests in the world, and that is known as Amazon forest. You didn't know that? The country with the largest forest in the world is Brazil, and that forest is known as Amazon forest. So let's look at how industrialization has been four sectors. Let's look at the sectors that has boosted industrialization in Brazil. One, petroleum and petrochemical industries. She's producing one of the most petroleum, and she has a petrochemical complex based in the states of Belica, Rio Grande, and Brazil and Sao Paulo. So these are Latin America example. So these are places where the petrochemical and the petroleum are always being found in Brazil. Then the next industrial sector is the motor vehicle industry. So the country has earned a lot of forests through the massive manufacture and sale of motor vehicles since 1997. So they are also providing, or they are also participating immensely in terms of vehicle industry. Then the next, they also have aircraft and airplane industry. So the Brazilian Space Agency, that is AAB, the Brazilian Space Agency that is dealing with the space, and the National Institutes of Space Research. So they are good in aircraft. They are developed in terms of the aircraft knowledge and intellectuals, and they have this research dealing with the space, which are involved in the Brazilian space program, which comprises the construction of satellites and launching of the spacecraft. So they are also participated in the spacecraft and also space satelliting and etc. Then electricity also generation industry. The main source of Brazilian electricity industry is water. Being that there is a huge forest there, Amazon, that means that they automatically they will not lack water. So since 1996, 92% of all high electricity power generated was from hydroelectric power that comes from the water, that is waterfall. Yes. So those are the areas, those are the sectors that has promoted industrialization in Brazil. But then let's look at the next area that we're supposed to look at, which is the second area. What are the factors facilitating or factors influencing industrialization in Brazil? What are the factors that led to industry, the development of industry in Brazil? One, the availability of cheap and both skilled and unskilled labor from the country's large population, especially after the abolition of the slave trade. So, the population in Brazil, there are very many people. People who are composed of the skilled and unskilled labor. And they are always ready to provide that labor in the industrialization, especially after the abolition of the slave trade, which was there by then. Then after that, another factor is plentiful natural resources. There's plentiful of natural resources. For example, we can talk about the supply of gold, coal, iron, ore, and uranium, manganese, etc. Agricultural raw material like coffee, sugarcane, cocoa, and maize, forest resources are also the great boost of industry. All of these are raw material. They can be used one with the other in production of the finished good. So these are natural resources, these are raw materials coming from Brazil that are supported industrialization in Brazil. The next, availability of hydroelectric. The availability of hydroelectric power as early as 1905. As early as 1905 towards industrialization. So coal is available. Coal is available. Coal is one that was used as far as industrial work was an industrial source, energy, sources of energy, for example. Then the next, foreign capital. So there was heavy influx of foreign capital from countries such as the United States of America. The United States of America is a neighbor. It's a neighbor, if you can, sorry for that, there's something. So industrial, the United States is, you can see it here. The United States is somewhere here. So they are also able to give some finance or some capital to them. And even Canada also on top of the United States, and also Britain in the Europe country, and also Portugal and France. So when we talk about Portugal, these are in this side. Portugal, these are the Europe and these are the European. So the Portugal, the Britain, they are somewhere here. So they could go and give capitals, and even those foreign capitals will help in the development of industry or establishment of industry in the country. So that's another factor. Then the next, improved transport and communication. Improved transport and communication. For example, we have got the railway line where constructed in most part of the Brazil, thus opening the interior area, exploitation of natural resources and transportation of manufactured goods. So when we talk about exploitation, it means that these roads would connect the people who are engaged in the mining, people who are engaged in the business, people who are engaged in industry to move from one place to another in what? Those people who are moving from one place to another, maybe in need of maybe market, or could transport their goods to the market, or could transport the raw material to the industries where they are needed. So that's all about what Brazil. I want us to proceed from there after the end of this first video, and please stay tuned. If you have any question, please ensure that you ask in the forum that are there.